There's Atlantis. Really, really close. And a lot of construction going on here in the Bahamas and Nassau. And I did read about that. You know, that's the reason why a lot of people are saying it's just not a pretty place to visit right now. But it still beats sitting at home. CC, finishing your Special K there? Anyway, we just docked in Nassau, Bahamas. And this is the third and final stop on our cruise before we head back up to Bayonne. All right, so we slept in a little bit today. So we are... Yeah, we slept in.
But I was like,
Missed breakfast.
it doesn't start whining.
It's Nassau Day. But we're not getting off the ship. So interesting tip. I had to attend the unvaccinated only shows on the ship due to me having a toddler who was not allowed to get vaccinated. And this actually worked to my advantage because the vaccinated shows were actually packed and the unvaccinated shows, as you can see, had a lot of extra seats and a lot of space and leg room. So don't be discouraged if there's only unvaccinated shows left, because this was an amazing show, the Aqua NJ on Oasis. And I have to say that the unvaccinated way is the way to go, because it seems like it deterred a lot of people. CC, who's that?
Let's just do it. Let's go.
Who's that?
And you know,
That's
it's been
Yes.
pros and cons. We'll talk about that a little bit.
What is going on, everybody? Man, what a week it has been. So, if you've been watching some of my other videos, this was the first cruise back out of Bayonne, New Jersey, from Royal Caribbean on the beautiful Oasis of the Seas. And I just want to talk a little bit about the pros and cons of cruising with your family during these times. You know, everyone told me I was crazy for going on a cruise right now, as COVID, you know, with the Delta variant continues to go up. But because the industry opened back up and we haven't had a decent vacation in a very long time, we said, let's just do it. Let's go for it, you know. And you know what? It's been good. I mean, there are some cons, and we'll talk about that a little bit during this wrap up. Speaking of which, so two different things here. My daughter is under 2. She's not fully potty trained yet. Therefore, unfortunately, we couldn't take advantage of the splash away bay that they had on board. But they did have a cool little splash pad, which I got some clips of to show the rest of the families that are watching this video. If you are going on with your little ones and not potty trained yet, the Oasis of the Seas, at least, going out of Bayonne, does have a pretty decent splash pad. I can't say the same about Anthem. I know that's the other ship that goes out of Bayonne. So depending on which ship you're going on, I think Oasis is supposed to come back for the spring season, because it's definitely not a winter ship. But you know, I can talk a little bit about the splash pad on Oasis of the Seas. It was pretty decent. My daughter had a good time. We had a good time. And I may or may not have snuck her into the big splash pad and had some fun with her there as well. But there were definitely some pros and cons for this cruise when it came to vaccination policies. And again, this is, like I said earlier in the video, this is changing every week, it seems like. So again, a lot of the things that I'm experiencing on this cruise, you may not. We have to wear a mask indoors. You know, there were some events that we did not have to wear masks because they were considered vaccinated only events. Of course, the unfortunate part is for the vaccinated only events, I couldn't bring my family because my daughter is not eligible to get vaccinated, right? So those are some of the cons, right? The 70s dance party she couldn't go to, which is usually at the Promenade. Everyone knows that's a Royal Caribbean classic, always in the Promenade. I don't know why they didn't hold it there, because there's music every night at the Promenade, and my daughter is out there dancing. We're having a good time as a family. So I don't know why the workers couldn't just sit on the rising tide, or they have a stage on the Promenade over some of the shops where the workers could have just stayed there and held the 70s dance party there. My assumption is that they don't want huge gatherings, but when there's live music on the Promenade every night at 7:30, there's large gatherings anyway, right? So I don't know the rules behind that, but again, the CDC and Royal Caribbean work together to kind of do these rules, and so we're all just kind of following along and chugging along. But I'm gonna talk about them because a lot of them really did not make sense, and they still don't. Aqua 80 was packed with vaccinated people. Aqua 80 was an amazing show. It was outdoor, back in the Aqua Theater. But it was just very weird that the vaccinated only, they were able to pack it out. And then for mine, because I was considered unvaccinated because I had my daughter with me, even though I'm vaccinated, you know, that was considered a E for everyone show. So on the compass, you'll see V for vaccinated and then E for everyone. And for that show, everyone had to sit at least 2 to 3 chairs apart, unless you were in the same group. And so it seemed really empty, but it's so weird to me because we're all interacting together on the ship. Even those, you know, my in-laws went to the vaccinated only. They were all together with people, but then they're interacting with us. You know, so I don't really understand the rules. Who knows, maybe there's a science behind it. But overall, everyone is interacting on the ship. There's not, you know, I understand we're at half capacity, but we're still all in one building, one ship, right? But anyway, we still enjoyed the cruise. So if the question is, did I enjoy my cruise post-pandemic? The answer is absolutely yes. I would 100% do this again. Even if the rules got tougher, I would still do it again. There's just so much value that you get with Royal Caribbean, you know, even pre-pandemic, right? You got all your entertainment mostly included, all your food mostly included. Did I try some specialty dining? Absolutely. Portside barbecue was amazing. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you get the 3-cut meal, you do not need to get another meal. There's just so much food on that plate, and the charge was very, very reasonable. It's the only barbecue spot in the 7 high seas. We also had traditional Johnny Rockets, which we always do, you know, and then as well, we also enjoyed the Playmakers. We went to Playmakers because the Dallas Cowboys had a game that Thursday night. It was who'd they play? They played the Buccaneers, and it was an amazing game. But yes, I'm so happy the Cowboys lost. Anyway, but yeah, getting back to it, food is amazing. Entertainment was great. My daughter loved the carousel. She loved the boardwalk. That was her favorite area to be in. And overall, we enjoyed the cruise. And we felt very, very safe. I mean, there was literally people wiping down the elevator buttons. There was people wiping down railings. There was all sorts of cleanliness on the ship. The staff for dinner has been amazing. Everyone is just happy to get back to work. We're happy to be here. So if you're watching this, book that cruise. There's no reason to be afraid of COVID. There's so many protocols and health screenings that they do prior to the cruise and even during the cruise that, you know, you can definitely feel safe. You know, Royal Caribbean really stands behind that cruise with confidence, and they have done an amazing job of doing that. Again, I don't get the whole COVID rules, but, you know, whether it's political, whether it's CDC, whether it's this or that, I just follow them. I just follow them because I want these people to have their jobs. I follow them because I want to be able to go on these cruises. And I follow them because ultimately someone may know more than we do. And so while I don't understand the rules completely, I follow them anyway. Been a really good cruise. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. And thank you for watching. There's really no other better place I'd rather be.